Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you enjoy my content, please leave a thumbs up. Also, we are at 8,400 subscribers, which means we're only 1,600 away from that 10,000 subscriber mark point. So every day we're getting closer, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hit it in the next 2 months. So if you haven't subscribed, be sure you're subscribed for more tech videos and more phone reviews. So yeah. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Alcatel One X Evolve. And this is kind of a weird phone. It kind of falls in a kind of weird category. I would definitely put it in the low budget world. It's a $40 phone, but if you just wanted a phone itself without a service, it is $100. But yeah, so let's talk about the design. So let's start with this back. So this back is kind of a soft, kind of, I don't know, like a sandstone texture to it. And it's a nice back. The color is cool, I like it. And it has a pretty good grip, so not really slippery. So they also do have these curved sides, so that also helps with grip. So on the right hand side, you do have your power button, and it is textured for a better feel, and the buttons are made out of plastic. This whole phone throughout is made out of plastic, and not really the highest quality material, but that's just what you pay for with this phone. And on the bottom, you do have a single speaker. Now, don't let the two cutouts of speakers fool you. It's not stereo or anything like that. It's just a singular speaker. And you also have a micro USB at the bottom, so not USB-C. Was I expecting that? Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, even though this is a budget phone, I think micro USB is just old generation. All phones, no matter what prices they are, they should just make the move to USB-C. That just makes more sense. But okay. So on the front, you do have your 5.34-inch FWVGA display, and it says VGA Plus, which means that it is in fact 480p display, but it supports that full view, that 18:9 aspect ratio display. And as for the display quality itself, it's not good. Okay, so 480p, not the highest resolution, and if we skip past the resolution, the colors are kind of washed out. It doesn't really get that bright, so not really of a good display, but it does get the job done. And that's really the theme of this phone. This is the phone that gets the job done for the price, and I'll tell you who the target audience for this phone is at the end of the video. But yeah, 480p display, not the highest quality, not the best quality, but it definitely gets the job done. And for the camera, so the camera on the back is an 8 megapixel sensor with a LED flash, and the front facing camera is a 5 megapixel camera. And just to sum up the camera, it's horrible. It's really bad. I mean, it's a flip phone quality camera. Not good whatsoever. The only good thing about the camera is that it takes pictures pretty fast. That's it. Other than that, skip. Okay, next topic. So let's talk about performance. And this does come with a 1.1 gigahertz quad-core chip, 16 gigabytes of storage, not a lot, and 2 gigabytes of RAM. So as for storage, you can expand it via micro USB. 2 gigabytes of RAM for this type of phone should be enough. And the battery is 2460 milliamp hour battery, and I'll talk about the battery life also in a little bit. But let's stick with performance for a second. So in daily tasks, it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's not gonna be the fastest phone out there. It's not gonna wow you or anything like that, but definitely gets the job done. So like opening up the phone app, it's decently fast. If you're used to having a flagship phone, then you're definitely gonna notice that this is a slower phone for sure. But if you're used to that kind of mid-range budget phones, then this will be fine. The messaging app, quick. So for daily tasks like that, it's a decently quick phone. It's not gonna wow you. Games that don't really require processing or graphics power should be decent on this phone. So things that are processor hungry and graphics hungry are just not gonna run great on this phone. You're gonna have a hard time. But again, the real point of this phone is really to just get the job done. You can download social media, you can use it, like download Instagram, scroll through it, see what's it about, or like Twitter, Facebook, things like that. I mean, you can use all those stuff. Now, if you plan on posting pictures from this phone, skip this one. It's not the one for you. But yeah, so as for browsing, like things, I don't know, let's just go ahead and load a quick site, and I'll show you that. I mean, it gets the job done. It's not the fastest, but it gets the job done. And like I said, I'm gonna keep repeating that word because really that's the main theme of this phone. So kind of lags when it comes to scrolling, but it's doable. It's definitely usable. And as for the speaker quality, okay, so let's do a quick speaker test and see what the speaker is about. Okay, so speaker. It gets loud. It definitely gets decently loud. It does this also distort at highest volume. Not really the clearest speaker out there, but you still have a headphone jack at the top. And really, I mean, I would definitely get a pair of headphones just to use it with this phone. And if you plan on watching like movies and things like that, it gets the job done. You're just not gonna enjoy the experience if you compare it to something like a flagship phone or a phone with a much better display. But if you plan on just listening to straight music from it, great device. Now, we talked about display, we talked about the camera. Well, the camera's horrible, but we talked about that. Performance. Let me cover up real quick on the battery life. And the battery life is a little bit above than average, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, it runs Android 8.1, which is decently efficient when it comes to battery life. And the RAM management on here is also pretty decent, so that also helps in a better battery life. The display is also the display also plays a big factor when it comes to battery life. It definitely makes this phone an above average battery. So the downside about it though is that it doesn't really have quick charge or wireless charging, but that's kind of expected from a phone at this price point. Now, let me end this with a final conclusion. So who this phone is for? Who would want to buy a phone that is not good? I mean, even for the price. So, okay. So this is really the type of phone that one you would get for a child as if it is their first phone, but you don't really want to spend a lot of money on it. So there's that. The second is that this is really, it could be like a backup phone. And if something happens to your, like, I don't know, like a flagship device like iPhone XS, Galaxy S9 or Note 9, whatever, if something happens to that type of phone and it breaks or gets stolen or whatever the case may be, this does a good job being a perfect backup, temporarily backup. Now you may not enjoy the experience, but it gets the job done. Like I said, just keep your expectations at a minimum. Daily tasks, checking your social media, you should be able to do that with little to no complaints. Now everything else, things like gaming, taking pictures, nah, or watching videos, you'll still be able to watch videos, just not as enjoyable. But taking pictures, nah, that's not the one. All right, so yeah, I want to end it here. So I want to thank you all so much for watching this one. If you find it useful, leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'll see what I can do and I'll answer them all if I can. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, 1,600 away from that 10,000 subscriber mark point. Excuse my voice. I am a little bit sick. Doesn't matter. The show must go on. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.